saw this on the news, and that's when I understood the power of the Western media and propaganda. I'm looking to see huts and people running around the street half naked. And I saw swimming pools. And I saw mansions. And it's in Ghana. And that's when I knew I had been misled.
We were sold a narrative of poverty to keep us from the reality of profit. While we were afraid to visit, the rest of the world was already there, building their fortune.
And why are we as Black Americans so oftentimes the last people to show up? We come in and we consume it.
Yes.
Versus building it. When I initially signed up, $150,000 for one, $202,000 for the other.
Okay.
So now what they're selling for, still pre-construction,
Right.
$250,000, $260,000. I have never felt safe. We're in DC right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You don't know which drive-by, which carjacking. You don't know. Is it safe in Africa? And I'm saying to myself, is it safe in Africa? We're in DC.
Yo, Jay, welcome to the table, man.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to get straight into it because Africa is very dear to my heart now. I want to start with your story from the very beginning. You went from having like zero interest in Africa to now dual citizenship. You've taken thousands of people to Africa. You are investing in Africa.
Correct.
Financially investing into it, buying property and your business. Half of your business is over there. I want to know what changed for you as an American citizen. What made Africa be appealing to you? And what was that moment that said, you know what? I need to invest into the motherland.
A couple things happened.
Yeah. Talk to me.
All right, I'm getting older at that point in time. And
Okay.
I was in the rat race. And when I say the rat race, meaning just kind of doing the same old thing, successful, but unfulfilled. So meaning I had the resources, but I knew that there was something deeper. I said, am I going to live my entire life just kind of working, and then that's the end of it?
Yeah.
So I wanted to travel, but I was always too busy to travel. And anytime travel came up, Europe came up, we'll go to Paris or go to London or go someplace like that, go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
When it came to Africa, it was always presented as a charity case or someplace where there was a negative narrative around it. And I said to myself, if I don't go and see it, I may miss out on something.
Yeah.
I said, if I don't go see, then I'll be listening to someone else's perspective.
Yeah.
And I decided I was going to go take a trip to Africa, not understanding that it was 50 plus countries. I was so Africa ignorant.
Yeah.
You will.
Yeah.
I went on Google Earth one night. Looking, I said, I don't know where to go. And everybody was going to South Africa, which is beautiful, by the way.
Okay.
But I said, I didn't know if I wanted to go to South Africa first.
Okay.
I went on Google Earth and I'm scanning over. I said, where do I go? I don't know where to go. So I went in my own ignorance and misinformation. I'm looking to see huts and people running around the street half naked. So here I am. And people living in trees.
Right. He got jokes.
It was sitting there. I said,
You're back.
So I said, well, I'm looking, and I saw swimming pools, and I saw mansions, and it's in Ghana. And that's when I knew I had been misled. And I made the decision that night to go visit Ghana first.
Yeah.
So I went through all the things, nervous, afraid, listening to everybody else. Oh, they're going to get you. This bad thing is going to happen to you.
Yeah.
You better hope you come back okay. I said I had to push that out of my mind.
Yeah.
And I went and excited. I'd never been on a plane more than 5 hours or anything like that.
Yeah.
I landed in Ghana. As soon as I landed in Ghana, I was so ashamed of myself because it took a lifetime to get there.
Wow.
And I was listening to people who had never been.
Facts.
And they were telling me as if they were experts.
Yeah.
If you go, this is going to happen. I saw this on the news, and that's when I understood the power of the Western media and propaganda and how we had been conditioned to think. And I spent those 10 days and just absorbed the culture. I went as a sponge. I didn't go as a bubble. I didn't go as someone trying to tell everybody what they were doing wrong.
Yeah.
I said I was the one who had the missing pieces. And so I spent that time there. And I remember I was sitting at a Chinese restaurant in Kumasi.
Chinese restaurant in Kumasi.
Okay, you caught that, did you?
Yes, sir.
Chinese restaurant in Kumasi, Ghana. And I said, I'm going to bring a lot of people back because I know 40 some odd million people where I come from who identify as either Black American, African American, whatever kind of, however they want to call it.
Yeah.
And I said, if I don't at least offer or become a bridge, then I will be a co-conspirator to this same problem of misinformation and disinformation that we've been dealing with for generations. And so that's when I decided that I was going to start bringing folks back. And we did our first group in 2019, right before the pandemic.
Yep.
Pandemic shut everything down. But that's when I continued to go back. I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro in 2019. So what Ghana did was unlocked all of the fear. It broke down the walls. And it showed me the importance of now.
Yeah.
Doing it now. I could have waited.
Yeah.
I could have hesitated.
Yeah.
I could have procrastinated, said I'll get to it next year. But I decided in 2019 I was going to climb Kilimanjaro. Never climbed a mountain before. But the lessons that I learned along the way was what was preparing me for this pandemic that was coming up in 2020. And so then when the world shut down, I was still going over to the continent. I went to Ghana, I went to Tanzania, and this was laying the foundation because I understood the responsibility that I had as a Black man.
Yeah.
To lead the way
Yeah.
for others like me and others who had interest like me to go and see. And so that's what happened. And so the lesson in that was now, not waiting.
Yeah.
Seeing the opportunity and just seeing the kindness of the people. I was told for years that over there in Africa, they're not going to like you. They're not going to accept you. You're not one of them. Well, when I went, it was a completely different story.
Man, I totally agree with that. I'm curious, you all, for those of you all, when you first think of Africa, put in the comment section, what comes to your mind? And be honest, be transparent, no judgment. But when you first think of Africa, when you first thought of Africa, what came to your mind? You know, it was so funny. Before coming into the studio today to record today's show, I got a haircut, and I told my barber that I've invested into real estate in Ghana, and I'm going to move out there, live out there for 4 or 5 years, so that way we can build our school out there. And he's like, "Man, you're not scared you're gonna get robbed or killed?" And I got upset. Like I wanted to snap at him a little bit. But then I quickly remembered, I said, boy, just 2 years ago, you made a dumb statement that I knew they didn't live in trees. But the statement itself was an ignorant statement for me to even still make in that way. And I remember calling you because we was planning to go somewhere else. I forgot where we was planning to go.
Go to Egypt, I believe.
Egypt? Okay, Egypt. And I was like, nah, man, I have never been to the motherland. I want to go to Africa. When Egypt is in Africa,
Sure.
But I want to go to our motherland. And man, we took, a lot of people over there. And I agree with you, man. When I landed, I never forget. I walked outside, and I said, boy, this is not what they taught me in the classrooms.
Yeah.
And I say this respectfully because this is not all white people. This is not all educational systems. But the foundation of the educational system was not designed to teach African American history.
Of course not.
And African American history, when I look at history and when we got into the Africa part of the lessons, I remember sitting in a hotel room my first night. I said, wait, what did I learn about? They only showed me half-naked people. They only showed me huts. They only showed me sleeping in the woods, right? They only showed me that.
Primitive living.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they ain't show me they got a luxury 5-star hotel over there. They didn't show me. Man, I remember forget when we went, bro, they had a steakhouse, a 5-star steakhouse.
Absolutely.
And the steak was delicious.
Absolutely.
What are some of the myths that you've seen and heard from America that after people have traveled with you and even us over to Africa, it just shifts and it changes?
The skewed narrative. And I think that's important to understand. It's not that all of the information was completely wrong. It was almost like they found certain aspects of it to magnify.
Yes, sir.
And then they took the other aspects and just said, well, let's put that to the side. So you could take America. If we just went to certain parts of America
Yep.
and projected this narrative to the world,
Come on, man.
then everybody would think, oh, America's this place.
Exactly.
Don't go to America. But there are beautiful places in America. Of course, America's a brand master. And so when you stop and you think about it, if you have campaigns that are designed to make it look like Africa is only a charity case and everybody's over there sick, starving, corrupt, dying in pitiful conditions.
No.
And that's it.
No.
Then what that does is it causes you to think, why would I go there to vacation?
Yeah.
Why would I even want to go see this beyond charity?
Yeah.
So once people come and see for themselves, they're like, wait a minute. Now, here's what did it for me.
Yeah.
When I saw all of the people from Europe and Asia living their best lives, living in multi-million-dollar compounds, building their businesses, I said, well, wait a minute. Now, you're a finance person.
Yep.
Anybody with good business sense can say, well, let me follow the money.
Facts.
If everybody else, if I'm looking who owns the businesses here.
Facts.
So that told me that there was something else going on. And that's what everyone has a chance to see. And that's, again, the importance of the power of now, because when you're there, you're like, wait a minute, who's building these buildings?
Yeah.
You see all the cranes in the sky. You see all of the opportunity, the restaurants. Who's doing this? Now, of course, there are many people who are indigenous to the continent of Africa who are doing that.
Yes.
They're taking advantage of their own homeland, but then you also see people from Lebanon who are coming in and dominating. You see places like China Mall that you're looking and you say, well, what are we missing?
Bro.
And why are we as Black Americans so oftentimes the last people to show up? We come in and we consume it.
Yes. Yeah.
Versus building it.
Come on.
And then you see the parallels between the U.S. and wait a minute, there's a global system here of consumption versus development and building. And so that's the thing I saw. And now when you look at the Black American dollar and you say to yourself, well, what can we do with this other than consume? Well, we can invest.
Yes.
We can take advantage of it. And what you teach as far as debt-free living,
yes, sir.
What happens after you become debt-free? Now you can invest and you can build real wealth.
Yes.
And that's the opportunity that I saw on the continent and Ghana in particular.
Man, listen, I'm excited because it's been the last 2 years now. You and I, your company, my company has partnered.
Yes.
To take hundreds of people over to Ghana. And y'all, this fall of 2026, we're doing 2 trips to Ghana. One specifically right around Thanksgiving, right before Thanksgiving, which is a great month. And then for the first time, we're going to do Daddy December. And so we have 2 trips scheduled. We've already pretty much sold out one of them. I think we had maybe 5-6 seats left on that one. But we're opening up another one to where you can go spend New Year's with us in Ghana, Accra, Ghana. And man, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be it's not just going to be touring of Ghana, but we're honestly also going to have some educational moments to learn how to invest, to learn, what are some good things over there you can put your money into. As a matter of fact, check out this quick commercial.
Family, what if I told you the biggest wealth move of your life isn't in your backyard? It's across the ocean. You see, right now, Ghana is the #1 overlooked opportunity for building wealth, legacy, and financial freedom. You see, I just purchased a condo in Accra, and I want you to see why I'm betting big on the motherland called Africa. You see, most people think wealth is only built in America, but the smart money individuals are moving globally. Ghana's real estate, businesses, and lifestyle opportunities are exploding, and the door is wide open for us to get in early. Don't let fear or old myths keep you from the next big wealth move. This fall, I'm taking a group of like-minded, legacy-driven people who desire to build wealth to Ghana. You'll tour investment properties, meet local experts, and experience the culture and see firsthand how you can build wealth and impact for your children's children. But listen, I gotta be honest with you. Between both trips, man, we only have about 20 seats left. Don't just watch from the sidelines. Come to Ghana with us. Visit anthonyoneal.com/Ghana to learn more and to secure your spot for this life-changing trip. Now listen, space is limited, and you do not want to miss out on this opportunity. All right, so family, let's build wealth together. Let's build legacy and freedom together. Go to anthonyoneal.com/Ghana and join us in Ghana this fall. Your future self, I promise you, will thank you. And come see the motherland with me, all right? Let's get back to the show.
So listen, I would love to see you with this. These seats are going to sell out fast. So please go register, secure your deposit today. You are coming with me. Jay and his company are the tour company who handle everything. I've been working with them for a while, man. It's been an excellent experience. Jay, I want to talk numbers, man.
Let's talk numbers.
I want to talk numbers. I want to get to real numbers here. Why is Ghana such a powerful wealth move right now? What trends are you seeing now that you believe Americans, whether you're African or white,
Okay. Sure.
I think everybody needs to go over there, specifically more of us. Okay, specifically more of us. We need to go back home. But for everyone watching right now, why is it such a powerful wealth move right now?
Because it's developing. And when you get into something when it's on the ground level, then you see where the opportunity for growth is. And again, I mentioned the cranes in the sky.
Yep.
And I see this in other parts of Africa as well. Addis Ababa, Ethiopia is another place. But in particular, across Ghana for West Africa, you have many people leaving Nigeria going to Ghana because they see what's happening. So if you get into something or an investment early, we go back to some of the early stocks and some of the other investments that are out here. If we got into it early, see, too often I hear people say, I should have taken advantage of this
So good.
when I had the opportunity.
So good.
Now the opportunity is before us.
Yes, sir.
And I see the buildings. It's like you see the new restaurants that are coming.
Yes.
You see the new hotels that are now
Yes.
opening up.
Yes.
So that's why this is so attractive, because we have the ability, and you can get into an investment or an opportunity now while it's early, and then let it appreciate. So for example, I'm purchasing 2 luxury condos
Yep.
in the heart of Accra, Ghana.
Yep.
So when this is new construction.
Yep.
When I initially signed up, $150,000 for one, $202,000 for the other.
Okay.
So now what they're selling for, still pre-construction,
Right.
$250,000, $260,000.
For the one you bought for 150.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So you can already see the appreciation has happened before completion. Now, of course, everybody's results are going to be different. So I can't tell you what's going to happen in particular.
Facts.
But I'm looking at this and I'm saying, if someone, because sometimes we're sitting on money in the U.S.
Yes.
We don't know what to do with it.
Yes.
But if now we become sophisticated global investors, we come in and we learn and understand that it's not that difficult. And this is what I tell everyone. If you have the proper information, the proper education, it's not difficult to get into global and international markets. But it just takes a little bit of time to put the time into due diligence and learning and traveling and going to see. That's why going with you this November and this December is so important, because now you're going with a different mindset.
Yes,
of
sir.
course, we're going to have a great time.
For sure.
I mean, it's party time, December time. You get the nightlife, the food, the vibe, and the
Woo! And the food is a vibe.
The food is a vibe. Everything is a vibe. That's what makes it so attractive. And people go and you see them posting and talking about
Yes.
it. And that's not just hype,
Yes.
and it's not just romanticizing it. It's
Yes.
really saying this is the transformation that's happening for so many people. There's a transformation that occurs in conjunction with the investment. So there is a deeper component. It's not just going and investing. Now you are investing into yourself. Now there's a transformation that's occurring inside of you, and you benefit financially. And so that's the potential there for a potential financial benefit. So you look at this and you say, wow, why wouldn't I go and see for myself when I'm watching everyone else have this encounter?
Man, listen, when we was in Ghana a couple of months ago,
Yes.
one of my good friends, she's getting married there here in a few months to a very influential guy in Ghana. I won't name drop.
Sure.
And she saw that I was there. And she said, hey, we about to come by the hotel. They was on the way to a gathering, and they said, hey, we're going to come by the hotel. And they talked and had a conversation with me and you for a little while. And then when you left, we sat down. A conversation that should have been maybe about 15 minutes turned into about 2 hours. From that conversation, family, this is why I tell you all relationships are key, because I would not be in Ghana if it wasn't for Jay. Getting to Ghana and building relationships, now I have so many relationships in the Ghana area. But from that one conversation, I told them, I was like, man, I want to start investing here. And so a luxury condo came available.
I remember you told me.
He has like 5. He's purchased like 5 of them. They had none available for sale because they had all sold out. Well, one became available. He called me, literally, he WhatsApped me, and he said, hey, yo, 140 grand. I said, wait, what? He said, and then, bro, 140 grand is my buy-in.
Right.
They were selling at that time. If it just would have been an average person, it was 175. But because it was him, I said, hey, we'll give it to him if he could lock in today. And so I want to have a conversation with you on two things. Number one is, where in America can you spend $140,000 out on a brand new property and flip it? Two, what is the process? Because the process in Accra, Ghana, or in Africa is different from the States.
Yes.
And I think, and I want to rewind. The reason why I'm investing in there, and what's so funny is, I paid cash for the condo. I was thinking about coming back home and doing something else with that money. And I sat there and I said, boy, this money gonna make us more money. Because by the time the condo is done next year, if I pay 140, it's gonna be like your math.
That's right.
It's gonna be worth $250,000, $300,000, and it's paid for. And it says 9 minutes from the hotel. 9 minutes from the airport. It's in the heart of Accra, and I'm like, that's a no-brainer. What's the process, man? Like when people, okay, I hear you, Anthony. I hear you, Jay. I want to invest, but where do I start? What is the process?
Well, the first start is to go see.
Yes, sir. Hey, y'all got to come with us. Link will be in the bio.
That's the first thing. And I think that's the part when you get there, because you want to know the culture that you're investing in.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and you want to have that encounter. But after you do that, you meet with a developer, a builder, or a broker, depending on what you're looking for, because you have land options, you have new construction, you have properties that are already built.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of different opportunities that you can invest into. But first you do that, but you have to find reputable people, just like in the U.S.
Yes.
The system is really not much different from the U.S. It's just making sure that you connect with the right people. And that's where I see folks getting hung up because they get excited and then they talk to the wrong people.
Yeah.
And that's why we have the pathway. That's one of the things when you come in November and December with us, with you,
Yeah.
then we can
It's with us.
point. We can point you in the right direction to at least have a conversation with people that I have relationships with that I know do good work.
Yes, sir.
They do. I'm investing with some of them myself.
Okay.
And so I've seen the testimonials are there. The reputation is there.
Yeah.
One of them is a top CEO in Ghana.
Yes, sir.
So that's the first step.
Yeah.
Making sure that you go and have the proper pathway to get you set up the right way in Ghana.
Yes, sir.
The next step is understanding the different systems they have. So for example, we're used to a mortgage system in the U.S. Well, because you talk about being debt free, well, one of the good things is that the way they have it set up is where you can be, quote unquote, debt free. You don't have to take out a mortgage unless you really want to, but you don't have to take out a mortgage. So they do have payment plan options. It's almost kind of like layaway.
Yes.
So when you take possession after it's paid for.
Yes.
So that works for a lot of people who are saying, okay, you know what? I want to have a debt free approach to this.
Yes.
And so that's another way to look at it. So they have different payment options. Some people just pay outright.
Yeah.
Because they realize, wait a minute, I'm sitting on a couple $1 million. I can just, this 150 here, 150 here.
Right.
It can, the return on the investment can be this after they've done their due diligence. So all of that is a part of what we present to give people the ability to make fully informed decisions. So that's the first step. Go see and connect with people, reputable people on the ground, and really understand what you're looking to invest into. But then also seeing the results.
Yes, sir.
You see the results of others who've had success stories. And that's what I focus on. Success stories, talking to other folks. And that way the landing is much smoother than if you just kind of go over there. Oh, I'm just going to send my money. Oh, I watched a YouTube video and I just felt good and I just sent my money. It's like, just pump the brakes a little bit.
Yeah.
Get with some folks who are investing. You're investing. You're putting your money up. I'm putting my money up.
Yes, sir.
I'm a dual citizen.
Yes, sir.
done the groundwork,
Yes, sir.
taken over 2,000 people. So these are things that kind of speak for itself.
Yeah. No. I love what you just said right there. You got to get there to check it out. And you have to be very careful.
Yes.
Because doing my research too as well, I felt, I can't say I met, no, I won't say that because I won't say it about the motherland, but I didn't feel comfortable with some of the people who I was talking to.
Understood.
You know, and it was because of you and my other friends. I was like, okay, cool. I trust that person. I can make the deal, but the process is so much different. I forgot, they don't call it a agreement. They call it a something. I forgot the name of it. Hold on. I might pull it up on my phone. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay.
Because I want people to understand, like, this is for real.
Well, while you're pulling it up, a point, there are, again, folks from Europe, Asia, Middle East, they're all throughout Africa making billions of dollars.
Yes.
So they understand something. I remember I was going to Kenya one time, and Kenya is in East Africa. It is chocolate city, if you will. It's so, meaning there's so much melanin in Kenya that it's unbelievable, beautiful melanin. However, when I was on that plane and when I was going through the queue, I was the only person with melanin in the line going through customs.
Wow.
I was the only person.
Wow.
So if it was so bad, and if it was so primitive and everything you needed to be fearful of, why are so many people from other places going to this land? The resources are there. The natural resources, the human resources, but then just vibe overall. Just the way of, the peaceful way of life.
Yes.
And sometimes peace is more valuable than money.
Facts.
Sometimes you say, give me some peace.
Facts.
And that's what I've discovered. I have never felt safe. We're in DC right now.
Yes, sir.
You don't know which drive-by, which carjacking. You don't know. Is it safe in Africa? And I'm saying to myself, is it safe in Africa? We're in DC. What you talking about?
I mean, now, based upon what our president said, we're in the safest city in the world right now.
Oh, come on, man.
That's another subject for another day.
Oh, well, you know what he called West Africa anyway. I'm his credibility anyway. So that's a whole, y'all have to walk me down that road. Because, when you start thinking about
Right.
You start thinking to yourself, you're like, safety. Now, don't get me wrong.
Right.
There are challenges and issues on the continent.
Everywhere there's challenges and issues, though.
But it's part of the gaslighting to say, well, when the news comes on, 9 times out of 10, the first story is going to be something negative that happened in your city in the United States of America.
Yes.
And they say, well, it's not nearly as bad as such and such. Well, I'm riding around Accra, Ghana. I'm not thinking about getting shot.
No.
I'm not thinking about a drive-by. I'm not thinking about getting carjacked. No. I'm not thinking about a home invasion.
No.
I'm not thinking about any of this.
No.
And the challenges that you do deal with there are minuscule compared to some of the anxiety that you feel when you're walking around. I'm at the gas pump just looking around. I've been trained mentally to say, you know what? Let me look around, because if I get caught slipping, somebody's going to roll up on me. That's in the U.S.
Come on, man.
Not thinking about that.
Come on, man.
In Ghana.
Yes, sir.
And so those who tell you now, again, I'm not saying there aren't challenges, but those who tell you that, these bad things are going to happen, 9 times out of 10, they've not been there and they've not had the experience.
Yeah. No. I found the name of it. It's called an SPA, a sales and purchase agreement.
Okay, SPA.
Yeah. And I was like, well, what do y'all call it? She said, can you send me an SPA form again? I was like, what is that? But yeah, it's a sales and purchase agreement, man. And my attorney read over it. It's simple, direct, straight to the point. I just feel so good. Like when I tell you I'm excited,
I can tell.
Like,
you go back to Ghana, you talk about moving there.
Yeah, I am. Because we're going to be launching a school out there, a Christian-based financial literacy school on a bus.
Okay.
And we're talking to, you know who we're talking to. I won't put too much out there for that. But man, I'm just really, really, really excited about it. And so one of the things that I want to talk about with your 2 properties, are you going to Airbnb one of those
Absolutely.
out? Can you talk to us, both of them?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Well, when I'm living there, I'll live in a condo. And then when I come back to the States, I will Airbnb it out. I'm curious, what is that process there?
It's the same
Is it?
as in the U.S. Just the same way you sign up for Airbnb in the U.S. is the same way that you would do it in Ghana.
Yeah.
I've used Airbnb many times, actually throughout Africa.
Yeah.
And many of the people who are owning these Airbnbs coming from Europe,
Yep.
India.
Yes.
Of course, India's in Asia, different. You have East Asia, West Asia. But when it comes to us, we're largely absent.
Yes, sir.
Now that's changing because we're getting more information. We're having more conversations like this, and we're having more thorough conversations. So it's not emotional based conversations.
Yes.
It's where we're actually sitting down and saying, okay, let's look at the numbers.
Yeah.
We're embracing the culture. We're understanding the history, but then we're saying, you know what? Let me look at this from a business standpoint.
Yeah, yeah.
And more of us are understanding our power when it comes from an economic perspective. And we're saying we can stretch our dollars further if we look at it from an international or a global standpoint.
Yes,
and
sir.
we're starting to see this. That's why this conversation is so important. This is why we need to share this conversation with other people that we know, because someone's watching right now and they're saying, you know what, I never thought about that. And so, but now you go and you share this with your family and friends, have a conversation, and next thing you know, you have now created another pathway to generational wealth.
Yes.
Just because of us tearing down misinformation walls, because we're becoming more astute when it comes to international investments.
Man, I love it. I was talking with my builder and I said, hey, I really want to make sure this is a good investment and a place for me to live. I said, on the investment side, do you all have any help with, house cleaning and Airbnb and management while I'm not there? Well, they said majority of builders, new to builders, will honestly help you with that. They'll provide the services for you.
Absolutely.
And I was like, well, how much is that? 2%, man.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what? 2% to manage it, clean it up, and that. It was like, yeah. And so I'm like, what am I doing? Like, where are you going to get a brand new development? Where are you going to get 2% of management? And then also, she told me, Anthony, if you would have had our older condo during Dead of December,
Yes.
you probably would have made $10,000 in your condo.
Oh, for sure.
Easy. She's like, because if your size condo, you could have rented it out for $2,000 to $3,000 a night.
But now notice what she said. If you would have had
I didn't have it. I was so upset.
the power of now,
Exactly.
if you would have had. So who's going to be the person that watches this later and says, if I would have had,
Ooh.
but you could take advantage of it now. And that's the thought, because you see everything appreciates. Inflation happens, global inflation, just like U.S. domestic inflation happens. So in 3 years, it's going to cost more. It's not going to cost less, obviously, unless there's some sort of collapse in the market. But when you start seeing this, you say, why don't I take advantage of this now? Why don't I get educated now? Why don't I go see now so that I'll be in position, even if you're not in position at this moment, you can start preparing yourself to get into position. And that's what we're saying as far as thinking ahead. I mean, when people have wealth strategies for generations.
Yes, sir.
They're thinking about wealth 100 years from now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We have been conditioned in many parts of our culture to survive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But we're getting more information, and we're starting to turn that tide.
Yeah. Have you done anything with like the stocks and like fixed deposits or anything like that over there?
No, I haven't done anything with stocks yet.
Okay.
Now, the Ghana Stock Exchange is a little different, a little bit more conservative.
It is.
It's not quite as glam and glitz, say, as the U.S. Market.
Fact.
But there are opportunities there. And so it's definitely something to look at. I'm kind of like a real estate guy, because like that tangible kind of, I can get in and see.
Yeah.
But I will be looking to move into building. So getting land and building.
Okay.
So now I'm in the process of vetting builders and going through that whole process.
One of the things I do want to definitely talk about when we go over there is I opened up a fixed deposit account over there.
Okay.
And man, I really want to do some more education and really teaching our people on that. So this is why you all got to come, because I don't want to say too much now, because I'm still learning that. So I don't want to teach wrong on that one. But man, it's paying good.
Okay. Okay. Well, what's interesting is the currency. This is another
Come on, man.
thing.
Come on.
Because currencies are, in essence, like stocks.
Yes, sir.
And so you see where the Ghanaian cedi has gained on the U.S. dollar.
Yes, sir.
Last year,
Yeah.
if we would have,
Oh my gosh.
I'm going back to if we would have,
We would have.
it was trading at 17 to 1.
Yes, sir.
Today it's 10.5 to 1. So that is almost a 40% appreciation. Imagine had you just invested in currency, what it would look like today.
Oh my gosh.
So if someone, the power of now, we don't want to look back and say now it's 7 to 1 or 6 to 1.
Yeah.
When I first went to Ghana in 2018, it was 4.5
Yeah.
to 1.
Yeah.
So it could easily get back to that.
Oh yeah.
But if you have Ghanaian cedis
Yeah.
next to the dollar,
Yeah.
now it appreciates. It's one of these things, again, understanding.
And that's why I want to get people over there.
Yes.
Because the fixed deposit over there is what we call CDs here.
Ah, got it.
You know what
Got
I'm
it.
saying? And the fixed deposit there is paying more than what we call CDs in America. And so I'm enjoying this journey of just really learning more about the motherland because it's making my company good money.
Yes.
But I want to talk about the lifestyle there.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
Yeah, we got to talk about that because I think a lot of people have this question of how I want to say this.
It's going to fall off.
Is it going to fall off, one? And two, how does the cost of living compare to the States?
It depends.
Yes, sir.
Because you can live luxury and spend just as much depending on where you are.
Yes, sir. Yep.
But when you look at the day to day, so you can balance it out. Meaning if you, again, you're still taking into consideration, let's say 10 to 1. So there is going to be that difference. If you get a, let's say $150,000 property,
Yep.
whatever it was, it's a condo, you can go further out into the suburbs, if you will.
Yep.
And you take $150,000, you can build a massive compound. There's a lot that you can do with $150,000. People struggling on Social Security, fixed income, that's always going to be there. They could go to Ghana and all of those worries that they have in the U.S., they could eliminate just with the right strategy, of course, with knowing the right people. Fixed income.
Yes, sir.
Social Security. They could take that and go to another level. And I'm meeting a lot of retirees that say, I was struggling trying to make it in Atlanta or Chicago or DC. And I went to Ghana and I found the right situation. And you can eliminate, you can set up your own water source. I'm not trying to make it, you can have everything set up that you need with all of the amenities.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And be just fine.
Yes, sir.
There are people who are winning.
Yes, sir.
And that's the part, you'll hear people who are, because a lot of times what people do is they go and they're unprepared and they're romanticizing it. But when you go with the plan and a strategy and you have the right coaches to walk you along the journey, then that's when you hear, oh, wow, it was great. I didn't have that problem because I followed the plan. I learned. I did my due diligence. I didn't just show up in Ghana and just wait for everybody to roll out the red carpet. I actually went, I visited.
Yeah.
I learned about the culture. I tasted the food. I got to understand. I learned some of the language. I hung out with the people. And there was a gentleman who traveled with me. He joined me for his first, he had never been to Africa before. It's 2021. He wouldn't mind me saying his name is James. And he had never been to Africa. He was trying to get to Africa, been all over the world. You ever heard that story? I've been everywhere else, but I've never been to Africa. His wife passed away right before they were supposed to visit Egypt for the first time.
Yeah.
He was watching me on YouTube and he said, well, Jay, I think I want to go to Africa and I think I want to go with you. I said, cool, let's do it. I want to take you on this journey. He took his first trip. He hit me last week.
Wow.
He said, hey, man, you got to come visit me when you come back to Ghana. I have my place now and I'm all set up. And I'm sitting there like, having never been.
Yes, sir.
He's in his mid-70s.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so now he's excited. He's like, I'm bringing my grandbabies over. And he's been with us in a couple other places on the continent. But now he's settled in Ghana. I said, you're in Ghana for real?
Yes, sir.
But everyone from that group, they purchased land, purchased properties. And they're, still in the States, but they have a place and they have settled and they have been able to do it the right way. And that's what I'm talking about. That's why December is so important. That's why November is so important.
Yeah.
That's why what you do is so important. And I want to say this, publicly.
Yeah.
When I got that text from you, when the whole video thing went viral, I understood the moment that you were in. And I believe it was a divine moment.
I think so too.
Because in that moment, you have so many people who follow you, and they were learning right along with you. But also the people in Ghana were learning. In other parts of Africa, they were learning as well. But by you taking by you being willing to go learn, and your perspectives growing and maturing, that speaks volume to your character. It speaks volume to who you are. And it says for others, we didn't know. I was on Google Earth. I tell people all the time, this is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
There are other people like me and you who are sitting and watching right now, and they're clueless. But their peace and their freedom and so many are missing pieces are waiting for them in Ghana or other parts of Africa.
Yes.
But because, again, the various systems, not all of them bad, but the way that they've been skewed have caused many of us to have disinterest or even contempt towards the continent, and we don't even know why. But once we get there, we see for ourselves and the transformation occurs. So transformation occurred in you, and now you're leading others towards that transformation. And I believe that is much deeper than any of us could understand.
And I appreciate you saying that, but transformation is still happening in me. Because every time I go back, I learn more. And when I come back home to the States, I'm always Googling, I'm always learning, and I'm studying, like I'm studying the currency there. I'm studying how money really works there, because now we're building this financial literacy school out there. And I'm really excited about it because we're going to be taking, we bought a bus, and we're building, taking all the seats out of the bus and we're turning it into a financial literacy bus. And our goal is we will go to each school in the Ghana and Accra, Ghana area, and even Kumasi area, and teach financial literacy to the students there. But in a way to where it relates to them there, but then also, watch this, giving them a little heads up in an American dollar.
There you go.
To where they can learn both, and hopefully they can land a job in America, understand the math in America while supporting their families in Ghana.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited about that because I'm going to be living there. And one of the things that I had a huge concern about, I was like, man, I like my lifestyle in America. Let's be honest. It's like I could get a nanny once I get married. Health access here. My team is here. When I was sitting down with people there, I was like, Anthony, you can get all services in Ghana.
Sure.
For Americans, it's going to be way cheaper. And because you have such a good heart, you'll pay like a nanny in Ghana more than what they'll probably get from someone else in Ghana.
Yes.
So you're being a blessing to them while saving a lot of money that you would in America. So they was like, man, your lifestyle is not going to change. It's like, man, you can have a chef, you can have a nanny, you can have a driver, and you're not going to spend no more than $1,500 to $2,000 a month for all that. I was like, word?
Yeah.
And it was like, you can get it cheaper, but it's like, we just know your heart. And I was like, what? How come this stuff is not taught to us?
Well, I think they're twofold, because everybody's not ready for that. You were ready for that. And when I say ready for it, meaning the realities of exploitation can come in.
Yes, sir.
And you talked about your heart.
Yes,
and
sir.
then being willing to come in and say, you know what? Because that's what I believe in, is creating mutually beneficial opportunities and looking at the talent, because the same talent that's there
Yes.
is the same talent that's here.
Facts.
And one of the reasons why, because people ask me, Jay, are you always on a tour somewhere? I'm like, well, no, I have teams.
Yes.
But I also respect the people, their goals, and what they're looking for. And that when you merge the two together, that's unstoppable. And when you talk about taking the financial literacy and helping, and this is something you're already doing here, you're doing it globally.
Yes, sir.
But when you go to Ghana and you say, okay, let me help you understand both sides of this,
Yes, sir.
or all sides of it, now that's empowerment, where it's where you're able to see where it's reciprocated. So now it's not just this one-way path, because sometimes we go with the one-way path.
Yes, sir.
Let me bring y'all some clothes and some shoes.
No.
And now when it's like back this way, we can now work together.
Come on, man.
That forges something.
Yeah.
That when I sleep at night,
Yeah.
these teams have my back.
Yes.
Because they know I have their back. And so now it's equal. And so now we're working back and forth. There are people who have completed their education. We had one of our team members, she's going for a PhD now. She had never been on a plane before. Quite a few people who had never been on a plane before, but they're building homes. I said, what are your goals? That's what I'm focused on.
Yes, sir.
Because My goals, I don't even worry about it so much.
Yes, sir.
What are your goals?
Yes, sir.
And the loyalty comes in because they know I don't see them as charity.
Yeah.
I'm looking at them. I say, we're no different. And that's the beautiful part about it. And then when the respect comes, that's why there's so much respect on the continent. Because it's like, well, you all aren't better than us. And no, we're not. I'm not even trying to come, you know what? How can we work together? Because it's been 500 years.
Facts.
When the Portuguese first landed in West Africa.
Yes, sir.
When the Portuguese first came, then all of that stuff started with the whole European transatlantic slave trade and all of that. So how do we chip away at that? And say, because the intention was that you and I would never go back.
Facts.
The intention was that we would always see a problem with it and have, again, contempt
Yes, sir.
towards that part of the world, when in actuality, the whole design was to make sure that pieces were taken away that we never had, and then vice versa, pieces were taken away from them that they never had. But what we're doing is going back and saying, hey, here's how we can work this together.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, man, I'm excited, and everybody who goes, they feel it, they know it. It's deeper than anything that we can share with you on this video.
Yes, sir. It is. So it's much deeper. As we close, y'all, we're way over time, but it's just a good show. And I didn't want to rush this one. Two things. The ambassador there, she said something to me when I first got there, and I said, how can I help my people? She said, that was a mistake right there.
Okay.
She said, we don't need your help. We need your partnership. I said, whoa. She's like, partner with us. Because we can help you. You can help us. We can partner together. But we don't need your saving. I was like, whew. So now it was like, when I hear people say, oh man, I want to donate to Africa, I want to go in and bring some clothes, they don't need that. They need partnership.
Yeah.
How do we bring our resources, our intellect, what we gather, what we have? How do we go over there and partner with that smart individual over there, their gifts and their talents and their wisdom? We come together, help them, help us, and we helping each other.
That's right.
And that's why I'm like, you know what? I want to go help those students who are already smart, who are already intellectually there, and give them the skills and the talents that God has given me, and partner with them to help them and reach their goals, help them accomplish their things, which is why I'm so excited, which is why this leads me to the second thing. Y'all, you got to come. You got to get there. One, to learn and to grow and evolve and expose. And one thing I am disappointed within my particular groups is we haven't had kids come.
Okay.
I want kids. I want parents to bring their kids and expose them in middle school and high school, because what they're learning inside of middle school and high school is not what we're seeing over there on the continent. And so I want you all to go to anthonyoneal.com/travel. You're going to see 2 trips on there, and you'll be able to see the trip for November. I think we got like 5 or 6 seats on that one. And then you come in December. Now, December is going to be more of a nightlife type feel in the evening, but we're still going to do the tours, still going to expose you to the business opportunities and investment opportunities out there. But that's over the New Year's. And so, listen, now is the time to get it, because if you do not sign up now, I mean, hotels sell out quick. They call it Daddy December. And it's going to be a vibe. Celebrities are going to be there left and right. Breakfast Club was just there over the past year. I mean, we've had celebrities from, some major names go there. And so join us this year by going to anthonyoneal.com/travel and join me, join Jay, partner with us, and let's go learn. Let's go learn and let's go invest. Let's make some money for our children's children. But y'all, we're going to link Jay's information inside the show notes. We're going to put all the information in there to where you can get a trip over, not the trip, where you can get over to Ghana with us. And man, I'm going to be doing more teachings on this. All right. So Jay, thanks, man.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate it.
See y'all next show. Peace out.